I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of not being respected, of not being heard. I'm tired of my job. I want to change my life. What if I told you that the love you're chasing, the man or the woman you're pursuing, might actually be the reason why you're stuck? Yes, you heard that right. They are the reason why your life is not moving forward, the reason why you are not reaching your goals. I will tell you my story, and I want you to listen carefully because it might help you save the next 10 years of your life. So, we're in 2018, right? And something just clicked. I need to change my life. I'm tired of being broke, tired of not being respected, of not being heard. I don't like my job. I don't even like the people I hang out with. Something needs to be done. I'm depressed. I can't keep going that way. Initially, everything was going well. I had the vision, I was writing the plan, I was working on myself both internally and externally. I was setting standards and boundaries in alignment with the woman I wanted to become. And very important detail, I was staying away from men. Here is where things started to become a little bit tricky. Fast forward to 2018. I thought I had found what I wanted to do with my life, and I enrolled in a training program to become a nurse assistant. The problem was, I was not on my own anymore. I was not alone in my room anymore. I was surrounded by people, and some of these people were very attractive men. So I ended up the year single because the man I was interested in was interested in my friend. So that kind of saved me. But I was not the same anymore. The discipline I had built around staying away from men, working on myself, and waiting for the right one was slowly but surely fading. And I started to feel impatient. I had also been celibate for 2 years, and lust was slowly creeping in. I'm only human. And I really started to feel like God was not hearing my prayers. But looking back, 2 years, I realized that 2 years, it was nothing. I was just impatient. And that's where I went wrong. We are now in the beginning of 2019. I guess out of despair, I ended up initiating contact with this man I was not even interested in. I went from being intentional about myself, about my life, to being emotionally attached to somebody who was not even meant for me. Instead of taking this time to focus on myself, invest in myself, work on myself, I chose to chase a man I was not even interested in. Ain't that crazy? I got pregnant shortly after we met, and yes, I had already found out he was not the one, but I was 29. I was 29 years old, and I thought I was getting old and that I needed to have a child, so I decided to keep the baby. January 2020, I gave birth to my first child. And just like that, 4 years of my life had passed. From the moment I said I wanted to change my life, 4 years had passed. And I was still standing in the same place, only now with a child. And mind you, I wanted to become a nurse. Where I'm from, it takes 3 years to qualify. So I could have been a nurse by now. I could have been in a better financial situation. But no, I decided to chase a man. I decided to chase love. Because the reality is, we don't truly chase a man. We chase love, thinking that finding the perfect partner is going to change our lives. It's going to fill a void we have inside. It's going to help us escape the life we live in. But baby, that's not how it works. I tell you from experience, that is not how things work. You want to focus on yourself, and you will hear me say that a lot throughout the video because it's true. You want to focus on yourself first. Become the best version of yourself first. This way, you will attract the best partner for you. You won't even have to chase nobody. Men will chase you. Men will fight just to have you because you're so valuable. Everybody wants you in their life. Okay, back to my story. This is gonna get very interesting, and you will probably be pissed off because your girl did not learn from her mistakes. It took me years to learn from my mistakes. But today, baby, I'm going to help you not waste 10 years of your life. I've made these mistakes so you don't have to. So stay with me. End of 2021, I went back to my island and decided to reconnect with the man I was with before leaving my island back in 2015. That was a bad idea, yes. But he had shown me, when we were together the first time, he had shown me so much love. And I had been disappointed with each and every man I had encountered after him, that I started to think maybe he was the one. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he was the one. So I ended up reconnecting with him. Long story short, that was a wrong idea. And I got pregnant by him. And by the end of 2021, I gave life to my second and last child. So we're in 2022, and this is the last major mistake in my life. So I'm here living my life, raising my children, when this guy I knew from high school slid in my DMs. And at first I was like, what does he want? But I replied, even if each time it took 2 to 3 days because I was really not interested. And eventually I started replying faster and faster. And we ended up talking to each other every day for about 10 months without seeing each other. Until the day we finally met. I wasted about 2 years with this man. He presented himself as a man. I later found out he was not. But in November 2024, I said enough. I cut him off and I was finally ready to focus on myself again. I was finally ready to be intentional about my future and my life. So I did that. I spent the next 9 months focusing on myself, working on my goals, strengthening my relationship with God, and everything was great. I was at peace. But in September 2025, I ended up being diagnosed with an autoimmune condition called lupus, and it quickly escalated. And by the end of 2025, it had turned into neurolupus, meaning that my nervous system was also attacked. I had 3 seizures in one night and ended up spending a whole month at the hospital. And I was discharged by the end of January 2026. After that, I was not really myself. I'm not gonna lie. I guess because of these lesions, on my brain, I did not care about anything. I did not care about becoming her. I had no motivation, no discipline. It took me a lot of time to get back to myself. But now I'm ready because now I know why 10 years after making the decision to change my life, I'm still standing in the same place. Now I know I need to shift my focus from men to me. Now I know the goal in life is not to chase love, but to become the version of yourself that's ready to receive it. To become a woman with self respect, self love, a woman who already has a life of her own. And after watching this video, I hope you all know that this channel is designed to empower men and women and also share with you my journey from rag to riches. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe. And I see you in another video.